Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
See, funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much. Checking out the scene, wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face, it caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling go. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone, no. I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And when it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure.
What's good?
What's up?
What's cracking?
Hey.
What's the deal?
We made it. Happy Wednesday.
We back.
Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
And Ty.
Man, listen, today we are going to talk about them dating questions. How much should you share?
I'm ready. How much to share or
Like,
not to share?
Or not
to share or not to share? That is the question.
Right.
Listen, we going to have a fun show tonight. We going to kick it tonight. We going to get y'all opinion on some things, and we going to tell y'all what our opinion are on some things. I'm glad to be back.
Oh, yeah. Last week was crazy.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw
Don't
it.
ever
I
go out
saw
of
it.
town again. No. I don't care whether it's on business or not.
Right. You don't need to make no money. Stay right here.
Right.
But I'm back, so let's get it, fellas.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
So wait, before I get started, we got to share this page, man, because I'm not liking the way my numbers look right now. And I don't play this. Like, fellas, I don't know what y'all did last week. I don't know what y'all got going on or what y'all did last week, but these numbers are crippling right now. So y'all gonna have to call your friends and send text messages and have people log in, because this ain't gonna work for me. I don't sit up and do this for me. Like,
right.
If it was for me, I'd be upstairs in bed right now. Let's be very clear. I'm old. Okay, I see them numbers climbing. Listen, so I'm gonna sit here and watch these numbers climb. And as these numbers climb, I need everybody that log in, everybody to sign in, to share this page. Mike, hit that beat.
Yo. Hey, y'all know what to do.
This is for Halloween. It's all
Wait till the drums kick in. Trust me, brother.
Okay, hit us with that vampire flow.
Go and share the page. Go and share the page.
Yep.
Go and share the page.
All right.
Go and share the page.
Yep.
Go and share the page. Listen. You ain't never gotta worry about that JOO. The numbers coming slow, but we still gotta go. We gotta put on the show, so you gotta share the page. Everybody nowadays just do what I say. Yo, now share the page, cause it's about to get spooky. Everybody come and you know I'ma do me. It's Robin, Mike, and Ty. We about to take it high. We aiming straight for the sky. Now share that page. Share that page. Share that page.
Share that page.
Boo.
Bars.
Don't ever doubt me, sir.
Listen, bars, okay?
Don't ever doubt me, sir.
Mike Jones got them bars.
On them ones and twos.
Don't ever doubt me, sir.
Look, I'm digging it. So like I said, we talking about how much should you share while dating.
I mean, that's a good one, you know, since me and Michael is out here in the community now.
Y'all out here in the community.
Listen, I got to be careful.
What you got to be careful of, Mike?
Who I share this community with.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
You probably should.
Yeah, of course.
So
I mean, but yeah, okay, so, all right, time out. We're talking about how much information you should divulge while you're out dating. So that comes in levels. You have the first date all the way up to you guys are officially dating to where you are as a couple. So the one thing I would say, and I would say this is on the first date. On the first date, you should share absolutely things with people that you know they may have an issue with.
Wait, what?
How the heck am I supposed to know what you got an issue with?
So if I'm out on a date with a woman and you're not, as Dave Chappelle said, organic woman, you know. You beyond woman. Then that's something that you should
impossible.
tell people. Right. You should tell people on the first date.
That's too late, though.
I think the first date is too late for me. You better not wait till we sitting at dinner to tell me stuff like that.
You ain't a woman?
You better tell me when we exchange numbers.
Okay, well, yeah.
Like, you don't wait till I'm sitting at dinner. Because what if I show out at the restaurant?
Listen. Listen, give me the opportunity to tell you, nah, that's not what I'm about.
Yeah,
right.
Nah.
That's too late. That's too late.
Nah, I straight up feel like that's one you don't even get to the date before you find out that information.
Yeah. That also goes with you have some type of uncurable disease that you taking prescriptions for.
Again.
Wait, are we talking illness or are we talking
mental.
STD or mental? Like, I mean, like, I need to know because there's a lot of illnesses a person can have that they're taking medication for.
That you don't just sit down and be like
I don't remember on my first date with Vaughn being like, I got back issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I take medication for that. You know.
I can't catch your back issues. So if I can catch it, then you should let me know.
But at the same time, as we've been dating, that's something that he's had to deal with as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had surgeries and he's had to take care of me after surgeries. I've had, procedures done. I've had times where I wake up and can't feel my left leg or some stuff like that. So, that was something even in dating that he had to take care of. So at what point, are we talking about STDs or just regular stuff that you got going on with your body?
Okay,
STDs.
so
stuff going on with your body, like your back. I need to know about that when it comes to back breaking time. If I can only bend your back and can't break it, then you need to let me know before I get to pounding.
Hold on, Daddy. I got this slip disc. You can't go so hard.
Right.
I got this herniated disc, baby.
You better take this Motrin and shut the hell up.
No, just lawless. Just straight lawless. No, okay, so let's dive in. Okay, first date, hey, how you doing? I want to take you out to such and such and such. We talking on the phone. That is the opportunity for you to tell me, A, if you got a crazy boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't need nobody popping up while we dating. Like, I need to know everything so I can make an informed decision. So first question is, are you single?
Right.
Like, are you single?
Are you single? Because there's a difference between I'm single, I'm single. I'm single, but it's complicated. We live together, but we ain't together. We on a 2-week break. No, it's a situation. I got a situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, you need to disclose that information.
Yeah, like, hey, I just got out of something 2 weeks ago. He crazy. He be popping up. He jumps out of bushes. Like, I don't want to
I remember dating my husband, and he was over at my house one night, and it was probably the first couple of weeks we were dating, and he was over at my house, and this dude that I had been dating, before I met my husband, before we started going out or whatever, this dude I was dating, I kind of ghosted him because I was really feeling my husband, right? Yeah, I was queen ghoster, okay? I apologize. If any of my exes is watching this, I should have been a better person. Like, I'm sorry, because I was queen ghoster. Like, I probably coined the situation, not the phrase, because we wasn't calling it ghosting back then, but the act itself, I probably coined it because I was good at that. Like, I just wouldn't answer your calls no more. You know?
Got 3,000 ghosts under her belt.
Right. Like, I just wouldn't answer your calls no more. Right. So I remember we were dating. It was maybe our third or fourth date, and he was sitting over at my house. And one of the guys that I was dating before him was like literally just blowing up my phone. Like, I'm talking just blowing up my phone. Like, I was shooting a voicemail, it ring again. I was shooting a voicemail. Like, I don't know what he was on that night. But he
was in the restaurant.
But he blew. No, we were at my house. Oh. But he blew my phone up, and I think that was the point where I remember my husband looking at me and be like, "Nah, if you gonna be messing with me, you got to let the rest of these dudes go." And I told him, like, well, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Like, if you trying to shut me down to just you, my dude, like, it's some things you inherit at that point. Like, I got a dude for my hair, I got a nail dude, I got a food dude.
Yes. Oh my God,
a pipe dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody served a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's just what I'm saying. Like, with this whole dating thing, like when you talking about disclosing information. Let me know what my role is so I can play my position.
Well, you don't know your role yet at like the first, second date or whatever.
They know that. They know what your role is. They know exactly what slot they putting you in.
Well, when I typically go on dates, one of the things that I share on first dates.
I was just waiting to see, was anybody gonna notice that she just slid up.
So check this out, man. Y'all hear about her all the time. Our junior executive producer is in the building. Say hi, Tori.
Dr. Lee sending me over to check on things.
Here, say hi, Tori. You're not gonna say hi? Okay. All right. Go back out there with your brother. Okay, you can stay right there. All right. Anyway.
So one of the first things that I say when I'm on first dates with females, and this is the very first date, I let them know that I do not do friend zone whatsoever. We are not going to be friends. We're not going to be homies. So if we're not going to date and we're not going down that aisle, then there's no need for us to talk anymore.
Let's unpack that, Ty.
Yeah, I want to unpack that a bit too.
How are you going to get to know somebody
if you're not friends first?
I don't do friend zone. There's a difference between dating someone and you guys are dating and you're friends as well. But I don't do it didn't work out, so we just gonna be, I just want you to be my friend. We all know what the friend zone is, and I don't do that.
You don't need no more friends.
Right, I don't need you to be my friend. No. And I make it plain, I let them know that I just don't do friend zone.
So what do? They just get up and be like, all right, well,
if it's not, no, they most of them are cool with it, and if it comes to the point that we're not dating anymore, then okay, it was nice meeting you.
So what's the difference
Have
between
a nice life.
being a friend and being friend zone?
You know what the friend zone is. Friend zone is no opportunity to get to circles.
I know what it is. I just
Everybody
want to listen
know what friend zone is.
Okay, so that's
tell me, so your dating life is contingent upon circle at some point, like. Yeah. So if you met a chick that was like, "Oh, I'm celibate," there's no reason for you to date her.
No.
Oh, that's
no.
mean.
There's no reason.
Dang, Ty,
no.
You rough.
Right. I don't.
That's rough,
I
Ty.
definitely don't date born again virgins.
That's rough, Ty.
You got 3 kids.
What if she a real virgin?
Okay, then you definitely don't need to be with me then either. If I'm your first experience and you a virgin, Lord help your mind.
What's even rougher is the amount of people in the comments talking about I agree with Ty.
Really? Put that up on the screen.
Even
agree with that.
We got Tiffany Dior, I agree with Ty.
Thank you.
We got Chanel Woodbury, I agree with Ty.
Okay, absolutely.
So
it's even more interesting the amount of people in the comments that agree with Ty.
So you would not put me in friend zone.
So that brings me to my next rule. Let a person know whether you like the direct or indirect approach. Because for me it's just like, okay, let me know how much space do I have, because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. So let's just get to it. Like if we just get into it, then that's what it is. Okay, let me know that up front.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could be either way depending on the person. But I don't want to be sitting up here wasting my time and wasting your time, when things are just not going to go anywhere. You're not going to keep free mailing me. You're not going to keep calling me up for my for my company and this, that, and the other whenever you feel like it. Like, no, it don't work like that.
Okay, but
so
wait
you
a
gotta
minute.
let it know. You have to let it be known.
Okay, I guess I get part of that, right? Mm-hmm. Like I get that at a certain point it's crap or get off the pot, right? I get that, but I think that there has to be a level of comfortability as well. You can't just come out the gate like, hey, is we banging eventually?
Oh, not the first date.
No,
not the first date.
First date.
You ain't saying that, Ty.
I say that on the first date. Very first
Let me open
date.
the car door for you. We banging. You ain't doing that.
Look, is we gonna bang one day?
Yes, I let them know I absolutely on the first date don't do friend zone.
Hey. Okay. We can sit down a date, but is we gonna bang?
Yes.
I mean, like it ain't gotta be today, but is we gonna bang like maybe like next month or something? Because if we not gonna bang, like we can go.
Absolutely. Because here's my thing: if you don't have some type of sexual or some type of attraction towards me, like I have towards you, then there's no need us even talking.
I guess I can see that.
mean, so
Mike,
I'm
help
not
me out
trying to
with this
take
food,
you
though,
out.
man. Like, help me out with this guy, Mike, because I'm like,
it's for me. It's let's see the best way I can put it. There's females that I am cool with that I already know that's all we're gonna be. We're just gonna be cool, and that's fine. Like we can have conversations. You can call me. we can have dialogue, conversation, whatever. We that's what it is. Now, that's not to say that there's not an opportunity may present itself. Yeah, I may smash you down, but for the most part, I know that that's what I am to those individuals
that you just cool with.
That I'm just cool with. I have no intentions on just being like, all right, I'm flirting with her all the time. This, that, and other. They call me, and it's just like having conversations. We talking about sometimes their relationships, what they got going on. We're friends.
So no, I have absolutely no reason to meet a new chick just to be cool with her. It is a one-sided, unequal relationship. I gotta sit there and listen to all your problems and everything and be a friend to you and help you through your garbage for free.
So you taxing that?
I'm taxing. That's why if I gotta listen to you,
oh my God!
If
Here's
I gotta
my question,
listen
though.
to your feelings, we dating.
Here's my problem. Okay, all right. Let's say that I buy into this. You know what I'm saying? We banging or that's it, right? Let's say that I buy into this, right? What's my buy-in at that point? Because, okay, you don't want to be friend zone. You don't already ask me, is we going to bang one day? Because if we not going to bang one day, then I don't
say that.
Right. But my point, you're not going to friend zone me. That's basically, is we going to bang one day?
Right.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Right.
What's my buy-in, though? Like, as the woman in that situation, what's my buy-in? Because, okay, granted. All right, bet. Yeah, we going to bang one day.
Okay.
Now, what's my buy-in? Because...
Everybody has theirs.
Because your cock is not my buy-in.
Everybody
so what's my buy-in?
Dates.
Yeah, dates. Everybody have their stipulations. You want to go? I'm the type that if I call you up and be like, what's your availability? And you be like, I'm available Saturday. I say, okay, cool. I'm going to make the plans. I'm going to have everything set up, come get you. You just be ready. We go out. I got this. But I ain't doing all that just to be in a friend zone. No. So yo buy-in, you get the dates. You get me pretending like I care about what you
that's not buy-in for me.
Yeah,
that's not buy-in for me.
Right.
I got way too many times where I could sit myself at the bar and I got 5 more just like you. So that's not buy-in for me. When I say
every guy's okay, so what's your considered buy-in?
Like I told you, when I was dating my husband, when he came to me like, I don't want you date nobody else but me, it was like,
then
that's cool.
But you got to fill all these
But
other
check
roles.
these roles that you eliminate in these positions. It's like a job, right? It's like a company, right? All of us worked at these companies through the pandemic, right? And you worked at these companies through the pandemic, and because they were scared of what was coming next, when people would quit or get fired, they wouldn't refill the position. They would just redistribute the responsibilities. So my point in that is, if you trying to eliminate positions, then I got to redistribute the responsibilities.
Okay, so first I said that I don't do friend zone. I didn't say I'm trying to buy you or eliminate positions. So you go ahead and keep the hair.
So you just trying to get a job?
Go ahead and keep the hairdo
temporary
guy,
employment.
the nails done guy, because I ain't paying for your hair and nails either. Not for somebody you just dated.
Okay.
Women got the game twisted. That guys should
I
pay
guess
for their
it's
hair
different
and
for me.
nails
The
and all this.
second week, I was dating my husband. We were on the phone one day, and he was like, "What are you about to do?" I was like, "I got to get my hair done." And he was like, "Okay, what time is your hair?" Because he wanted me to go somewhere. It was whatever it was. He wanted me to go somewhere, and I was like, "I got to get my hair done." And I think he assumed that because I even mentioned it to him.
What do I call that? The quiet subtle hint.
Yeah, no, I think he assumed that because that
right.
wasn't my intent. Because I've been grown a long doggone time, and I ain't never been one to go without my hair done. I don't care if Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, or Johnny pay for it, or Robin pay for it. My hair gonna get done.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But I think he assumed at that point, because I even mentioned to him that I had to get my hair done, he immediately was like, how much it costs? And I was like, I told him how much it costs. And he was like, all right, come get it. Like, and I found out later on that he was like, I mean, I figured you told me because you wanted me to pay for it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But thanks.
Right.
I didn't stop you from paying for it at that point
But see,
either.
okay, so we're not gonna say all women. We're gonna say 90%.
Got the game.
Yeah.
Duh.
Like there's 10% out here that's really not on that, and we
Right,
have to leave
right.
a margin for
Right.
that. But the majority now, because of how things are, I have noticed that it's like, I'm not doing nothing till you prove to me that you worthy of getting my most prized possession, which is the circle. So for us guys, it's like our most prized possession is our time and our money.
Is our meat.
No, it ain't.
It's our meat.
Money, energy,
Attention.
and time.
Okay.
So that right there is all we have, because we already know that you know that's why we dress fly.
Yeah.
That's why we got
Right.
this.
Yeah.
That's why we will even offer, like, we ain't about to go and ask Matilda, do she want to get her hair done?
Right.
We ain't not coming at nobody named Matilda, but I'm just saying, like,
One of my favorite movies.
right. But I'm just saying, Respucia, we not asking her to get her hair.
Respucia.
We not asking to get her hair done.
I'm just glad you're not picking on
Who do I normally?
what's the name he normally picks
I
on?
don't know, Barbara. I don't know.
It ain't Barbara. It's
I don't know.
your mama had a friend by that name.
Melvina?
No, it was the other. It's
I don't know.
the name you usually pick on that particular name on the show.
But what Mike
That's
is
what I'm saying. Is like,
yeah.
that's all we have, and we know that y'all know that's what we're.
Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda. That's what. Yeah, that's y'all know. That's why we dressing fly. That's why we calling y'all. That's why we doing it, and y'all have the advantage. Bar none, y'all have the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Mike. Okay, so this is
We
where
done
I
got completely
say,
off topic too, by the way.
This is where I say women got the game messed up. Okay, if I choose to pay for your nails done out the goodness of my heart, okay, cool. But there is no person that's gonna make me feel like it's an expectation for me to pay for your hair, nails, just because we going out on a date. If I gotta pay for your hair, nails, pay for the date, make the plans for the date, all for the potential of some circle, I might as well take that money and go buy the circle.
Okay, but Ty, do you realize that same thing that you're saying about, hey, I don't expect, you can't force me to do X, Y, Z. That's how they feel about protecting their.
Okay,
Protecting my circle.
Yes, but
So now you got
Like
this,
your little date don't make me give you my
Yeah.
circle.
Okay,
Your
and I don't-
dinner in a movie don't
And
make
yo
me
telling
give you
me
my
you
circle.
ain't putting me in the
and
friend
yo
zone.
telling me I ain't gonna put you in the friend zone don't make me, because I will literally sit there and be like, you know what, I do understand. I understand. We're not gonna go into the friend
here's
zone.
my thing. Here's my thing. I don't think
And then I will dangle the circle as long as I can
No.
until you get tired and realize I done dangled the circle. Because the truth of the matter is I didn't care in the first place.
You
know what I'm
would
saying?
dangle it to a sap. Not to me. But no, I don't
three
think
dates.
I don't think dates.
But that's 3 dates worth of.
I don't think
I wasn't feeling them no
dates
way.
Right.
require you to get the circle. I don't either. And just like it, I don't feel like a woman can expect a man to pay for everything for her to go out with him. And I don't think a man can expect to sleep with her just because he paid for dates. No, I don't at all. When I go out on dates for people, is most of the time is because I want to go out somewhere and you're just the company I chose to go out with. So there is no dangling the circle and I'm gonna be all whatever, you know.
Ty out here the girl while dating.
It's my money.
He over here like, listen, I'm the prize.
You got that right on the
Ty, like, look, you want some cheese sticks? You better pay for them.
I am the prize.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
just
talk about that.
enjoying the person's company and having a conversation and stuff like that.
So trying to get back to our topic. Okay, so communication and what you sharing.
What should I share?
Should I say, hey, we can go out, but you're paying for your half and I'm paying for mine. You protect your rights and I'm gonna protect mine.
I mean, if that's what you're looking to do, you need to say that before people order.
You even no, you need to say that at the initial, because here's my thing, and I feel this way for men or women.
Okay.
If I feel like the person that asks out is the person that should pay for the date. For example, if I reach out to my husband now, if I'm the one that reach out and say, hey, we should go to X, Y, and Z, then I'm the one that's expected to pay for that.
Okay.
We took the kids to a water park a couple weeks ago. This wasn't his idea. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing to do with that. He didn't sit up and be like, you know what, it'll be real fun if we go to this water park. He didn't do that. That was my bright idea. So guess what I did? I booked the hotel room, was like, hey, we're going to take the kids to the water park for the weekend. And he was like, oh, okay. Now, don't get me wrong. When we got there, he broke bread too.
Right.
But the initial situation,
whip out that Amex.
Right. Was like, where your card at? Get the swiping, right?
Swipers start swiping.
So I feel like in dating, whoever asks the person out should be the one that pays for the date.
Okay. I agree with that too, but I also have to add this caveat. If I ask you out, then yes, I pay for the date, but it's my choice where we go. If you got stipulations on where we need to go on that first date, then you gotta...
I mean, there's stipulations to that too, because, for example, I don't eat beef and pork.
Well, I can understand that, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But if I'm like, we don't even know each other whatsoever at all, and let's say we've met online dating or whatever. So we don't know each other for nothing. We haven't had a face-to-face, a vocal conversation as of anything.
You play it
and
safe and go get coffee or
right.
Like,
and if I'm like, let's meet up in coffee, and you like,
first of all, they might be a serial killer. So you go to a public Starbucks.
Yeah. But if she be like, no, I don't do coffee on the first date.
Well, then have a good day.
Take me to Ruth Chris.
Nope, have a good day.
Well, make sure you paying for yours.
Ruth Chris.
And I pay for
mine.
And
we driving separate cars.
Right.
Oh,
absolutely.
And we drive. I don't know you.
The whole online dating thing is different anyway. So there's
but
different
I'm
rules
saying,
there.
if you trying to lay down expectations of what somebody must do, then
okay. So do you share the fact that while you're dating, when do you share? This is a twofold count: body count and kids.
Kids is first date.
Yeah,
that's a first date thing.
Kids is first date. You disclose kids early. Because kids can be a deal breaker. I think major deal breakers is the stuff that you're supposed to expose, kind of first date, early conversation. I may be somebody be like, you know what? I'm single. I don't have no kids. I don't want to date a guy with kids. You know what I'm saying? You got a wife at home. I need to know that. You know what I'm saying?
I would actually like to take you out, but I'm actually cheating with you.
Right. So. You got a boyfriend on the side. I need to know that. You know, there are the big stuff that's supposed to be exposed very, very early on. Right. My body count, on the other hand, my body count is not even up for discussion.
6 months?
Well, no. My body count is not up for discussion. First of all, I don't feel like my body count is ever up for discussion as long as I'm clean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I have STD free, tested, my body count is never up for discussion. Ever.
Okay. And you don't really want to know.
And you don't want to know that.
Trust me. You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Who's the rapper that was like, whatever number she said, you got to multiply it by 3?
Right.
You don't want that answer. So don't even hurt your own feelings, because now you sit up in bed like, I wonder if he was better than me.
So now I
wonder if he was bigger than me.
I think the only time body count matters is when you're our age, after you done slept with somebody and they're just pure garbage. And now you're trying to find an explanation of why you this old and you that horrible.
That's just skill
That's-
set.
no.
That's just
I
skill
need
set.
to know your experience level
No.
before we go at this again.
No.
Because that was pure trash. Were you just nervous or you just don't know what
You know
you're
what?
doing?
You know what? I think we need
crazy.
to. I think we need to write a skit on at what point body count becomes important. Because I'm gonna give you a scenario where body count becomes important, and we need to write this skit. And if somebody steal it and I ever see it, we suing because it's on tape. The skit needs to be you dating this girl for 6 months. Y'all go out twice a week for 6 months, and every time y'all go somewhere, she runs into an ex. At what point during those 6 months and every week do you stop and
got
be like,
two.
how many you done slept with?
Yeah.
Think about it. 4 weeks a month,
That's
6
real life.
months.
Yeah. Okay, so
Depending
then,
on where you stay, that's
so
real
then
life.
do you share? You maybe not share the body count, but you can just say, you know what? In the past I've had real friendly.
No, you be honest. You ask me, I'm
'Cause
gonna be honest with you.
I'm a 304. You ain't about to just be like, look,
Oh, I
I'll
ain't
get
got
to
no
the-
reason to lie. I'm a grown ass man. It's a million of y'all out here. If you ain't with it, the next one is.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
ain't never had a problem with finding a with it one.
Oh, with it.
Right. If you ain't with it, okay, boo boo, nice meeting you. Okay.
You know what? I think it takes a special type of grown man that I don't care what you did before me. You
Right,
know what I'm
I
saying?
don't.
Like, listen.
Unless you garbage.
Right, shut up, Ty.
If you garbage,
I don't
then
care.
there's some explanation.
Because I've always been that woman too. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care what you are. You if he clean, if he can test negative for all them tests, I don't really
Right.
care what you did before me. I think it's a childish question to ask somebody body count.
Okay.
I grow the hell up. Like real talk,
right.
Just
Let's
grow
do-
up because that's a very childish question.
Right.
So okay.
So let's ask the people out there, what do you all think questions that should be asked out there doing dating? Or what
Information
questions-
should be disclosed.
Right. Or
Disclosed,
what
yeah.
information you don't think should be disclosed. Right. We have right now body count should
So,
be disclosed.
I think at some point during dating, and this is not so much as something you should disclose, but I think it's a question that a lot of people don't ask that should probably be asked. I think you should find out how a person was raised.
Okay.
You know, were you raised in a 2-parent household? Do you have any siblings? Were you adopted? Were you in foster care? Like, and the reason why I think during dating those type of questions need to be asked is because you start seeing that type of stuff
later
manifesting later on
Later
in
on.
relationships.
Right.
Don't get yourself blindsided. You may be able to understand the situation of somebody or the mindset of somebody or why they're handling trauma the way they are, whatever the case may be, if you know a little bit of the backstory. Now, they may not open up and completely go to crying on the date and telling
Right.
you, my
Well, see, that-
daddy molested me, my mama beat me,
Right,
you know what I'm
see,
saying?
That's oversharing.
Yeah,
that's
but
oversharing.
at the same time, I think you need to know a little bit of backstory before you get serious with somebody. Because I got way too many friends of mine right now that I'm trying to pray with them and coach them through situations where they done got with some dude and not his dude is a whole shipwreck.
Right.
And, I got girls of mine that's sitting up like, I had no idea this cat had the issues that he has. And it's because that information was not disclosed or early on. I'll use me, for example. My first husband, nobody told me that ninja was on crack as a teenager. Nobody told me. And unfortunately, I didn't think to ask.
So I need to know, have you
Snorted
ever did crack?
I didn't.
Who
Who asked that? I didn't know that was a question I should have asked. But then I found out along the line that, dang it, I should have asked that question because when he ended up strung out on crack again, his family sitting there like, he done went back on that stuff. What you mean back?
Right.
Back. I know you was taking.
I was ready to blow everybody's house up. I was so angry because I'm like, did nobody slide me a note?
To the side, like
Pull me to the side. Did nobody send a text message? Y'all just let me marry an ex crackhead and was okay with
you
it?
starting to see crackish signs.
I saw real crackish signs. My Mustang was sitting outside one day and my airbags came up missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real crackhead stuff that was happening to me. I'm not even, I want y'all to know I'm not making none of this
Man, you
up.
seen the TV?
I'm not making none of this up.
That's
But
wild.
it was real crackhead stuff that started happening. My Christmas tree went missing. My Christmas
How somebody steal a Chris?
bulbs and all.
That is
Who you sell my Christmas tree
that
to?
is another crackhead.
I'm just saying. Did nobody send me a text message? They didn't give me a note. They didn't tug my shirt and be like, hey, Robin, you know he on crack. You know he was on
When
crack.
you just said that, I just saw the Grinch that stole Christmas. Just like, what?
But it was after Christmas though. That's what was worse. So he must have sold it for a discount. I got this tree.
I'm
You
done.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. Who you almost
y'all, I'm
took me
being
out
really
with that?
serious,
Oh
and
my
y'all
God.
laughing at me,
Dude,
and
you
I'm
said
just
your
telling
shit
y'all
came out missing.
that y'all need
Yeah,
to
you
find
shoulda
out
asked.
this type of stuff.
What drugs do you or have you done?
Okay, so first date, that's a first date question, or that's like at the.
I don't necessarily know when you supposed to ask
But
that
That's
question,
first date.
but listen, y'all.
I don't want to invite you
If
back to
y'all-
my place and my TV come up missing.
If y'all dating somebody, just ask them if they ever been a crackhead. Like I'm not even joking. Like this is from personal experience, y'all. Y'all should just ask. Like they may laugh it off or think you crazy for asking, but just remember, Robin on Just Our Opinion said that I need to ask you if you've been a crackhead.
Right, so we need to compile a actual list.
so
We
what
got
else
a
shouldn't they
comment.
ask?
We got a comment from Vaughn, and he said you should ask, do they have warrants in Ohio? First of all,
Do you have
First
warrants?
of all, first of all, Michigan does not have reciprocity with Ohio. I live in Michigan, sir. So even if I did, in theory, have warrants in Ohio, I live in Michigan, and it does not matter. In theory.
Well, you should ask them. Do they have warrants? Have you ever been?
Oh yeah,
to
you
prison?
definitely need to ask that.
Okay, so this
That's first
hold on.
date
Okay, so
question.
this first date, as we're sitting here, you sitting there, I'm sitting here, hopefully not on our phone. We sitting up having a conversation. I'm trying to get to know you. Like, what are you into?
Right.
What do you do for fun? What type of work are you into? And going back with the small talk. And then I'm be like, okay, I got all that. Okay, I got all that. Let me ask you something. You ever done crack? Like,
So listen,
I mean,
let me
if
tell you how it
think
goes.
about it.
Dude,
People
wow.
right now already ask. So, do you smoke?
You smoke, you drink.
okay,
Right.
but we all
I
know what
drink-
that means. That just
yeah,
means
I
do you
drink, I
partake
smoke,
of the
right.
earth's.
So,
the
do you
earth's
do anything
drug.
other than weed?
This-
Have you done anything
I got you.
other than
I got
weed?
you. This how you ask, Mike. This how you ask. Y'all sitting there, y'all enjoying y'all steak.
Right.
How's your steak? Oh, my steak is good. How's your steak?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my steak is good. Can you pass me the salt? I think my potatoes need a little bit of salt. Oh, here go the salt. Speaking of salt, you ever smoke crack?
Dude, y'all wild for that. Like, have you ever
like
smoked crack?
crack.
Have you ever stolen anything? Remember that scene on was it Deliver Us from Eva when the dude was sitting up there beatboxing? He was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, and she was like, was that Deliver Us from Eva? I'm not sure, but anyway, like, yeah, I guess you do have to ask certain stuff.
Yeah.
So we
But
gotta-
what shouldn't you ask?
We got a comment from Vaughn, and he says, "How do you handle money? Can you live within your means?"
First date though?
Not
No,
first
but
date.
That's you got to uncover that.
you got to unpack that.
That's before you
got
get
to-
in a relationship.
Yeah, you got to unpack that.
So there was this chick that I was into. She asked me what my credit score was. I
wanna
said,
know.
"Wow."
Can we buy a house?
And then she told me why. She was like, "Because I want to know what I may be potentially attaching myself to." So is that a legitimate something you disclose? Your credit score?
You ain't gonna ask me my credit score.
Yeah, like nah.
We better be about to walk down the aisle for me to
I know.
disclose
if we
my
get
credit
in a
score.
relationship,
Nah.
and
That's 3
we're-
months, 6 months down the
No,
road.
that's
Oh,
engagement.
That's if we about to do.
We about to join as one
If
if
we're
we
about
talking
to-
about my
yeah.
credit score.
Yeah,
But
that's.
then why would you even need to do that? You could tell if a person got their own car in their name or they.
That don't mean their credit good.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of speaking of Von's financial, question. Like, okay, what is your financial? How do you handle your finances?
If she stay in an apartment and drive a Benz, she probably don't handle her finances well.
Your priorities is messed up.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, that's all.
You got a $75,000-$80,000 car
I mean,
in an apartment.
I mean, yes and no. I don't necessarily agree with that because you got people in New York, L.A.
I'm talking about Michigan. We're dating in Michigan.
And I'm looking at Michigan and Royal Oak and places like that. Most of those are high-rise apartments or condos or stuff like that. So, I mean, it depends on
If
where
you
your
spending that
apartment
kind of
is.
money on an apartment, why don't you own something?
There's a lot of people like in the medical field who travel a lot
Then
and don't want
okay,
the
but my
responsibility
point
of a
point
house.
is you have a reason.
Yeah,
then.
that's rhyme or reason. Then.
Like
We
you
know.
have a reason.
That's
then
why I say
you
you're right.
You ain't the secretary at. You know what I'm saying? At bingo and
But she probably can't afford a Benz.
you know
No
what
way.
I'm
So
saying?
how
but
you-
but she done did all she could to get that little Mercedes she got.
But okay, so here's another one. How much do you disclose? When do you disclose that you had some work done? This ain't really me.
It's a guy.
It ain't really
I read
me.
this story about this Asian guy
Yeah.
that sued his wife because they got married. He met her. She was beautiful. They got married and they were happily married, but then they had kids and had really ugly kids. He was this nice looking guy and she was nice looking and they ended up having really, really ugly kids. And come to find out, she had a bunch of work done and she was really, really ugly because work don't change your DNA. So your kids gonna come out looking like you looked before you got on that table. Right. And he sued her.
Dang.
I mean, that's only a question if you about to marry them or you're gonna have kids.
We got a comment from Vaughn and it says, have you ever been kicked out of church? First of all, you ain't even asked me that though. I'd have told you the truth. Don't come for me on my podcast. Don't cut.
Have you ever been kicked out of church?
My save number is much higher now. You are not going to use my past against me, sir.
Now, I do think the one question that you should ask once you guys get to this point.
Are you saved?
No. I mean,
Oh, no, I want to know.
That's between them and Jesus.
I want to know.
I ain't got a heaven or hell to send you to, and you ain't taking me from
If
mine.
I plan on being long term with you,
Yes, that's long term, but
I need to know that.
we're talking about dating. I need to know.
I ain't dating no Satanist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, yeah,
Atheist.
definitely not. No, I mean, I need to know your sexual preferences or your what you like or dislike in the bedroom.
I think that's probably 3 or 4 months.
I didn't
down
say
the
it
road.
was the first date.
Oh, okay,
I'm saying
okay.
before something happens,
Yeah.
then we need to have a conversation. You know, I don't want to do something that I think is minimum requirements and you're not into it. You know, or make you feel some kind of way or vice versa.
It's vice versa.
Whatever.
All right, fellas. It looked like we having some camera equipment issues, so we're gonna have to cut the show a little early today.
Okay.
We're gonna have to touch back into this one now.
Yeah, for sure.
I at the end of the day, we about to hit these final thoughts. Mike Jones, what you got?
Oh, let me get mine close. Okay, so look, there's definitely a first date, getting to know people. First date, getting to know people, and compile your list and move forward. Okay, what you got?
Ty?
For me, I would just say whatever you're gonna ask people on these dates, just be open and honest. Have a conversation. If they not with it, move on.
Okay.
I dig that. So for me, I would have to say, I'm usually against the list, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually against the list, but when we're talking about information that you want to go during dating, I think there's levels to that. Like, you don't come in on the first date asking about their mama and their cousin, their sisters, their brothers. So just be strategic about how you ask your questions, but make sure before you decide to jump into anything long term that your list of questions are answered.
Right. Definitely.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
basically what I'd say about that. Listen, thank y'all for kicking it with us today. I'm
Yep,
sorry
yep.
we cutting it about 9 minutes short today. But we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
And Ty.
Deuces.
Peace.